We are live from Wrestlecon 2017. We got a booth right here, and I got people looking to my left.
Yeah, how's it?
This is kind of odd, man.
The last time that I did something like this was
what's going on?
2004, JD. I mean, what episode of Off the Script are we on? Do you even know? Does it even matter?
Well, it's 163. This is 1.5 today because part one just went live on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, we're live here on WrestleCon Friday. My partner in crime, Joe Cronin. He is my partner on YouTube as well. Joe, would you like to plug yourself, please?
Yes, Joe Cronin from the Joe Cronin Show. Hey, there's one of our buddies we met the other night.
We met so many people.
We basically, JD, we've been running into people constantly. It's so hot here in Orlando. Dude, let me tell you something. We're on Off the Script now. It feels good to be on Off the Script. I've only been on Off the Script with you one time, I believe. I think one other time, like we co-hosted or something like that. So this is cool to be live at WrestleCon. But coming from Boston, I know my plane, like, I thought I was going down. I got to be honest. So I am so happy, dude, to be in front of you right now at WrestleCon.
Both of us terrified of flying. I actually had a smooth flight, which was surprising. Takeoff was terrible. I had no turbulence, and then I landed in 2 hours and 20 minutes. My ticket said about 3 hours and 15 minutes, so when I heard that, I was shocked. Joe, lucky, got here alive. He was just as scared as I was.
What I don't understand is that it's like clear skies. Like there's beautiful blue skies and stuff. Why in the world am I worrying about tipping over in a plane when there's like blue skies and it's just a beautiful day out? But anyway, I'm here. JD, there are so many people. First of all, Ryback. We walked past Ryback. If people are familiar with the story about Ryback, it's a very interesting one.
Ryback is a very interesting fellow.
He did give me a look. He kind of stared at me a little bit.
Yeah, he's one of my guys that is very promoted on my T-shirts, actually, and not in a good way, but that's another story for a different day. Joe Cronin Show on YouTube.com. He's also a play-by-play announcer for Top Rope Promotions out of Fall River, Massachusetts, and he's my partner in crime here. We also do Out of Nowhere on Wednesday nights live at 11 p.m. on YouTube.com on his channel, Joe Cronin Show. He's here with me as a special guest on my podcast. And we are here at WrestleCon, and our main subject for today is actually Wrestlemania 33. And it's funny, I woke up to exclusive news emailed to me directly from the fine sources that I am in communication with. And we're going to go over that today. And we're also going to go over WrestleMania 33 preview and predictions because it's WrestleMania weekend, and I have a lot to say about the show.
Well, I'm really excited. I mean, I'm not actually going to WrestleMania, but
no, neither of us are.
We're heading home before it happens, but I am excited about it. I'm ready to get into it.
We are going to TakeOver, though.
We are going to NXT TakeOver Saturday night. I am pumped.
Joe's got floor seats. I got floor seats through the fine people over at WrestleRumble.com, and it's going to be a great time, man. That is my WrestleMania, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah.
But yeah, bring it up WrestleMania. You know, they got we got pre-shows bouncing around all over the place. We're not sure where. Do we know where the women's Alexa Bliss's match stands right now? Because before it was the pre-show, now it's on the main card. We don't know.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. I got a list of things I want to go over in order here. What do you think about this Mauro Ranallo situation, Joe? This Mauro Ranallo situation is it's kind of messed up. It's scary at the same time. Mauro reportedly, with Dave Meltzer reporting on Wrestling Observer, says he's out due to depression, severe depression. And I woke up this morning with news saying that the main cause of Mauro's depression is JBL. And JBL is actually reportedly
I didn't know that.
On the chopping block with WWE. And they might get rid of him because I heard today that Mauro is actually in higher graces with WWE right next to Corey Graves because they consider Mauro and Corey Graves the top two guys in the WWE.
So they're saying that you're saying that
JBL, if someone wants to get fired, they let JBL go.
So he's bullying him or something? I mean, like what's...
He made comments on Bring It to the Table. They actually filmed at Access when we were there.
I didn't see that.
We didn't see that either.
I had no idea. Now, I've heard about the past with him before with other people, saying that he was, a rough guy or a bully, sort of. But he comes off a little bit different on TV, but he just comes off as a company man. But that's surprising. That's terrible to hear.
Yeah, Mauro's actually missing WrestleMania because of it, which is a shame. I consider him the best voice in WWE. He's an influence of mine. And I think SmackDown without him is sorely missing that special something, to be perfectly honest with you. But that's the story going around right now. JBL made a mention of Morrow winning the Wrestling Observer Newsletter Best Announcer Award, and he poked fun at him as if he was jealous.
Wow. Okay. Well, he probably is.
So that's the story going on with JBL.
I'm jealous of JBL's house in Bermuda.
Yeah, and his golfing trips, yeah.
And his golfing trip.
Undertaker and Roman Reigns apparently will be closing the show.
Really?
That's what I heard as of today.
All right, so the rumor now is, because it's been all over the place, whether it's Goldberg and Lesnar, and now it's
reportedly right now, but knowing Vince, it's probably going to be changed 3 or 4 different times before the show starts. But The Undertaker and Roman Reigns reportedly were at the Performance Center yesterday, and they were going over the match. People are very, very scared of The Undertaker's mobility right now, being that he has bad hips, he's old, 51, 52 years old. They went over 2 different endings. One has Undertaker winning, one has Reigns winning. It's ultimately going to come down to Vince McMahon. Where do you see that going? And what are your thoughts on that? Because I'm pretty sure everybody's heard my stuff if you listen into the channel.
I think, I mean, it would be. I think it'd be surprising if if Roman were to lose. To be honest, I think I'm in the other way. I believe it or not. I mean, hey, I'm a big Undertaker fan. I'd love to see Undertaker, tombstone Roman, But I mean, going the way the WWE has with Roman Reigns and then the Undertaker. I mean, I would go 90% Roman Reigns winning this thing.
Are you okay with that match closing the show? If Roman goes heel and something special happens with that happening, do you think that that's something that you would be okay with?
If they go last, then there's definitely got to be something sort of special to it or significant.
What if they go last and Roman closes the show and he has a nice big moment again and it's not even for a title match and nothing happens?
Then I'll be angry. Talk to me then, because, then that would upset me. But, there's so many different scenarios for WrestleMania. That would be I probably wouldn't be happy with that. I would be happy if there was some sort of special significance or cliffhanger almost.
If it's going on last, we have to truly think that this might be The Undertaker's last WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, think about him winning and then it ending with his with the lights out, it's dark, it's lightning. I mean, I could see it either way, to be honest.
But the thing is, if The Undertaker is retiring, that's a huge loss for WWE. Why wouldn't they promote that? Don't you think they would promote The Undertaker's last WrestleMania? Like this, come see him, and then, obviously induct him into the Hall of Fame. It's a huge money-making opportunity for WWE that's going to be lost.
I mean, every year there's questions about health and stuff like that. So, every year it seems to get more and more that they talk more and more about health. But this year it seems to be ramped up more almost at the last minute. You know what I mean? Based on that that facial expression he made at the Rumble, or rather at Raw the other night, and things like that. But I don't think that... I don't know. It seems like they would build it up more. There would be a career on the line or something like that, or there would be a buried alive match and he would be buried, or there would be a casket match, we think. So I still think there's at least one more year. And he may be in, but to be honest, the way they're talking about it now with all the rumors, he may be better next year than this year.
I was thinking that it would be next year against Cena in New Orleans. Undertaker, hypothetically died at New Orleans WrestleMania 30 against Lesnar. The streak died. I feel like if he wins his last match against John Cena, who to me will always be the face of the company, it would kind of signify a resurrection, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then he rides off into the sunset.
Well, I think so. I'd be cool with that as well. I'm sorry I get distracted. I'm looking at we're in a great position, JD, at Wrestlecon 2017. We got Pro Wrestling Tees right across from us. Oh
holy
my
shit!
God,
I didn't even see that shit.
Yeah, dude, Pro Wrestling Tees right here. We got a bunch of them in our luggage over here. Look at Colt Cabana's over here plugging his nipples.
Colt Cabana.
Oh my goodness!
Holy shit!
We just got flashed by Colt Cabana. This is crazy.
Unbelievable, man.
Unbelievable
so
stuff.
Many
Swoggle, rather, is over there.
This is our first WrestleMania weekend. The energy here, the happiness, you feel everybody's excitement. Beautiful women walking by, all the beautiful divas and former WWE Women's Champions walking by. It's unbelievable. I'm just in awe. I'm really overwhelmed with everything.
Yeah, it's been a great time. It's been really cool to meet a bunch of people coming up and saying hi to us. It's been awesome.
And Joe and I went to Access yesterday. I was underwhelmed with Access, and I told Joe last night when we were just chilling at home, watching some TV. I was like, I had a more of a better time with everybody coming up to us and saying what's up than actually at WWE Access. It's just very humbling, and it's unbelievable that we have this kind of influence on people.
With Access, if I was I really wanted to go to Access when I was 10, 11, 12, something like that. If I was like 12 years old and I went to Access, dude, I would be marking. I'd be freaking out. Like, I mean, it was a good time still.
Oh yeah, we had a great time.
You know what I think one of the problems is like I see it every year. I see it on video every year. I see it on camera, on YouTube, on WWE's website. So it's like I kind of know what's going on. But to be there, I was like, oh, I've seen this, you know?
Yeah. And Joe is actually periscoping, which is a very good idea. But then I can't look at my notes. But Joe's got the periscope on his channel.
We'll bring up the notes. Let's get more into WrestleMania. But yeah, you got to get to Wrestlecon. If you haven't been here before, you know, you got to come down. 2018, maybe check it out. It's a good time. I flew here, and I want to fly.
I'm gonna try and make this a yearly thing, man. I'm excited for New Orleans because I've never been to New Orleans before, but it's gonna be awesome. Joe, the reason why we're here is WrestleMania 33. I figured we start off with NXT TakeOver Orlando tomorrow night. You and I will be there. It'll be our first NXT event, period. Main event, Shinsuke Nakamura, Bobby Roode, after their great match at TakeOver San Antonio and the shocking ending that we seen with Nakamura going down with that knee injury. Bobby Roode won the title. The glorious era has begun. Do you see Nakamura becoming the first 3-time NXT champion, or do you see Nakamura going to either Raw or SmackDown? And Melissa Santos just walked by. Holy shit.
I got to believe that, well, I'll take over while you dry yourself off over there. I would say that, you know, they've got to get him on the roster, but it's not unheard of that he takes the title, you know, over to SmackDown or Raw. While
Kevin Owens did it.
Yeah, Kevin Owens did it. Now, I think he was a special circumstance because if I recall, I think he might be the only one that did that, right? Is he the only one that...
Yes.
Okay, so, but Shinsuke would
I mean, Bo Dallas made a few appearances here and there, but he was never on the main roster. He wasn't in a feud with John Cena. He was just showcased. You know, here I am, this is NXT.
But you know something? With Shinsuke, you know, basically, I really think you got to get him over there. And you got to get Bobby over because Bobby Roode's going to be like the future for a while over at NXT. So you got to get Bobby Roode to have a big match, a good win, and keep that title over there, and maybe send Shinsuke away in the next, whatever it is, few weeks.
I think he shows up on Tuesday.
All right, well, Tuesday
it is SmackDown. That's my prediction. But Bobby Roode is unbelievable. He's got the look and the makings of world champion written all over him. Bobby Roode wins, in my opinion. Adam Cole, the rumor of Adam Cole coming in. I think Adam Cole is going to be the next in line to truly challenge Bobby Roode for the title. I'm going with those rumors. I think Adam Cole is going to be the new face of NXT, and that's my opinion on that. Asuka, Ember Moon. What do you think about that? That's the one match I'm looking forward to.
This is a tough one. Like, really, this is a tough one. Like, they could use, I mean, we would love, you know, Asuka to come up on the main roster at this point. She'd come up with Shinsuke, that'd be beautiful. But Ember Moon, you know, I don't know yet. I almost feel like they want to maybe build her up a little bit more and keep her in the rivalry before she wins that thing. But, you know, if they really want Asuka to come up, you know, you could see Ember Moon defeat her for the title, but it does seem kind of soon. It almost feels like, you know, maybe a little bit more time for Ember Moon to build up. But you know what? She used to be called Athena, and you know something? I love that girl. I watched her for years. I'd search out her YouTube videos to find her, and I think there's been obviously a little bit of a change since being on the independent scene to coming to NXT. She's a little less, I want to say, reckless almost. But you're starting to see some of that come back out now that she's sort of had to work under WWE's standards, where they wrestle a little bit of a different style. So I'm game for her taking that championship because that would be I would love it. I think she's great.
It's certainly the right scenario. It's the right place to do it. I'm going with Asuka. I'm going to take what you said. I think it's too soon. 3 weeks is too soon to really get any build to give her the title. I say keep Asuka with the title till SummerSlam, build Ember Moon up till TakeOver Brooklyn, and that's when you truly do it. And we get a new champion down at NXT. Asuka moves up to the main roster after that.
All right.
Tag Team Championships, Authors of Pain, DIY, and The Revival. Probably going to be my favorite match of the night because I just love what The Revival and DIY do together when they're in the ring. Authors of Pain, undefeated, NXT champions. Who do you see taking that one?
I would say the Authors of Pain are going to keep this thing because you know, they're trying to obviously build them up. They're having a good run. These guys have worked really hard, you know, to get where they are. They've actually put on some matches that I didn't think they were going to be capable of, to be honest. So they proved me wrong. So I think you got to ride this wave with the Authors of Pain. Plus they got Paul Ellering with them. I mean, it's just the coolest thing to see him back in wrestling.
Yeah, he fits with them very, very nicely. Authors of Pain are going to win. It would be silly for them to just lose at TakeOver. They are going to remain undefeated. I actually said this on my channel on YouTube. I believe Heavy Machinery. I don't know, Joe, if you watched NXT this past week, the TV tapings. Heavy Machinery. I think they're going to be the next in line to actually challenge the Authors of Pain. You know, Tucker Knight and Otis Dojovic.
Really? That will be a
colossal matchup.
A collision of big bodies
Holy
in the
shit.
ring if that happens. Now, you got to tell me about Heavy Machinery, because I'm hoping you know, because I actually haven't seen too much about them. I saw they look hilariously awesome. Like, it's like
Otis Dojovic reminds me of Tugboat.
Really?
From they have not much, but similar traits to the Natural Disasters, to me. They got that Heavy Machinery gimmick. They got matching outfits, which they did not have when they appeared in the Dusty Tag Team Classic.
But they
got a great theme song. The crowd loves them. Otis has got this weird chant that he does every time he kicks somebody.
But they move faster, I gotta believe.
Tucker Knight was collegiate All-American.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing though. Like, they remind you of them, but they're flying around the ring. You know what I mean? They're not just like, they're not slow.
No, they're not slow. They're not big at all like that. But I think they're going to be the next in line to challenge the Authors of Pain. Aleister Black, a.k.a. Tommy End, going one-on-one with Andrade Cien Almas, someone who I like to call Mr. Strippergram with those suspenders, but he got rid of those, and he's actually doing very, very well for himself. Ever since he turned heel, he's been absolutely great in that role. Aleister Black and Andrade, what do you think of that match tonight or tomorrow?
Very possible that steals the show, to be honest. That could be one of the best matches of the night, absolutely. I mean, that is that's a dream. Now, what they've done with Almas is, like, they really just kind of used him as a guy to propel the new guy coming in.
That's the shitty thing about him, though. He's always put in these situations where he's putting somebody over, but he needs to be put over.
Yeah, well, I guess he's sort of on the map because of he's having these good matches with these guys coming in. So that right there, kind of puts him on the map and lines him up. And but the only thing is, I just wish I'd seen more from him on a regular basis. It almost seems like he just comes out whenever there's a guy coming in and he's got to have a really good match. And he's going to have a good match, probably. Yeah. But I'd like to see the guy more often than just these big matches at TakeOver.
Yeah.
But, I'm really looking forward to that match. And I'm so happy that he's in NXT. Any of those guys. Tommy and...
I think Aleister Black, Tommy End's going to have a very bright future. He's got that CM Punk, Corey Graves mix to him that I like a lot. And I think it's going to be a great show on Saturday night. It is my WrestleMania. I'm pretty sure Joe thinks the same thing because NXT TakeOver really doesn't put on a bad show ever. And it's going to be awesome. Now, the main event of the weekend, clearly, the reason why we're all here is WrestleMania. Let's go over this card. I got a lot to say about this. I'm sure Joe does as well. We'll start off with number one, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Is there anybody in this room that does not think Braun Strowman's going to win that match?
No. Maybe not. Because even people have said, like, Samoa Joe shows up in that match. But
no, that would be beneath Joe. It's actually beneath Strowman, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to see him come in there at all and be, and especially eliminated for whatever reason.
No.
But no, yeah, it seems like your prediction is coming true from the Rumble. I mean,
Joe
immediately thought of that.
Joe said it too afterwards, and I don't think he realized that I said it. But I actually pitched an idea for the Royal Rumble where Sami Zayn would win the Royal Rumble and challenge Kevin Owens at WrestleMania for the Universal Championship. And it would be a culmination of the Sami Zayn-Braun Strowman feud. Zayn would be the new babyface that goes over by eliminating Strowman. The crowd would go crazy. That would be a great way to get Sami Zayn to the main event. Now, it looks like that idea, with the way we seen on Monday Night Raw, Big Show's going to be involved. Zayn is there, obviously. He's going to have a major role, being that Stephanie was the one to pick Zayn as the only one to fight his way into a shitty battle royal. So, obviously, he's going to play a factor in the ending. I think Zayn and Strowman are going to be the last two, with Strowman actually winning. And my pitch for the Royal Rumble is actually going to be at WrestleMania in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. What do you think?
I think it might come true. I'm still not sure which one's going to win. Like Zayn or Braun Strowman. I mean, I'm still kind of like, but obviously it seems like
it's tough to bet against Strowman.
You can't bet against, right? You can't bet against him after all the build, after everything this guy has done and proved and shown. This guy has to come out on top. In fact, you know something? If it's me booking this thing, I'm having
Strowman wouldn't even be there.
No, I mean,
I hope that's what you're going to say.
Well,
Strowman, if Strowman should be against Roman at WrestleMania.
No, I mean, so if it's already booked and he's already there, fine. But I would have Strowman throw out like damn near everybody. Yeah, I would have him like it would be You know, I mean, if it was the Rumble, it'd be a record type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's exactly what I would do.
Yeah, him and Big Show are going to have the majority of the eliminations. Zayn is just going to barely get by, luckily get by. But I think Joe and I are in agreement. I think Strowman is going to win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Neville and Austin Aries for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. Who do you think is going to win this, Joe? And what do you think about this match being on the pre-show? Because I got a lot to say about that, too.
Yeah, I mean, pre-show, it's sort of tough. You know, it's one of those things where you can't book everybody on the show, apparently. But this is one of those ones that we named. We were talking about like top 3 matches or best match or what could happen. I mean, if Austin Aries and Adrian Neville are given the time, they can absolutely destroy. Yep. I mean, if they're on the main card, pre-show, whatever. I mean, if the match is really good and it's on the pre-show, I mean, you're going to remember it either way. But, yeah, it's too bad that it's not like opening the show or something. It'd be nice if that match opened the show. It's very high energy, all that stuff. Austin Aries and Adrian Neville, it's going to be good. If they get more than 8 minutes to do their craft.
Who do you think wins? Who do you think's taking it?
I think Neville will keep it.
I agree. I think Neville's going to take it. I think it's way too soon to take the title off of Neville. My issue with this being on the pre-show is the WWE has done an absolutely shitty job at building up the Cruiserweight division. Each and every Monday, it's 2 3-minute matches that don't get them over. Monday Night Raw is a platform that is their flagship show. It would be a great lead-in to 205 Live. This is what we got. Show these guys off. Then you put them on the pre-show at WrestleMania, and to me, the pre-show has always been the guy's not good enough or the match is not good enough to be on the main show. And my thing is, if you're building up a Cruiserweight division, why don't you want to feature them in front of 80,000 people instead of putting them on the pre-show where people are just filing in and you're lucky to get 15, if that, 20,000 people barely in the seats for a Cruiserweight Championship in a division that needs to be built up?
I mean, it's got to be because of the way they booked everything. I mean, to us, it seems like, why can't you get it in there? You know, if you do the math, right? 9 title matches, some matches are 10 minutes. It's 10, 15 minutes. Why can't you fit all that into 5 hours? I don't know. How much talking time is there going to be? How much performance time is there going to be? How many musical acts are there going to be? We could be looking at an hour and a half of
That's true. And a lot of people don't take that into consideration. Austin Aries was actually on Twitter saying a lot of people were criticizing the match being on the pre-show. He's like, I don't care where I am. I'm going to steal the show regardless. So right. I just made the pre-show must watch. So now you're going to watch the pre-show. That's exactly what he said.
Right. And every time something bad happens or doesn't go right, or there's too much silence, I mean, there's a CM Punk chant. That's still going on.
Oh, yeah, apparently.
How many of those? How do
you want to mention CM Punk with Cole Cabana?
Yeah, Cole Cabana's right over there. But no, no, seriously, the WrestleMania crowd, right? Like, what do you think? Like, I mean, this is a hot crowd. They've been here before. I believe last time they were here, Ric Flair retired, right? This was the retirement match of Shawn Michaels?
Yeah.
Okay, so... Yeah, I mean, it depends on what type of crowd you're going to get. What are you going to hear from the crowd? What is the match that everyone's most looking forward to? Will it be tough to hear? Will there be such a mix of people? There's so many different types of WWE fans now.
Yeah.
That it's hard to gauge everybody. I know Raw, the night after on Raw is going to be crazy.
I'm looking forward to that more than WrestleMania, to be honest with you.
What match do you think that all the collective of the people are looking forward to the most? I have no idea, to be honest.
Honestly, I think AJ Styles and Shane McMahon. I think AJ Styles and Shane McMahon is, I mean, we're all indifferent about it. Get off my TV shirt right there.
Hey,
What's
look
up,
at that.
guys? So this guy's got the hit list shirt on.
Look at that. He's got the off-the-script hit list shirt.
Goons!
A couple of goons in front of the booth. What's up?
What's going on?
Yeah, we're at Wrestlecon 2017, and it's crazy. I've been watching a lot of people I know go by, a lot of people I want to know go by, and we've even got some people saying hi to us.
Love all you guys. We'll meet you after the show, man. We're doing predictions right now.
My buddy Mike Bennett over there. What's up, Mike Bennett? Oh, look at that.
Yo, this guy's got the catering guys on his T-shirt, man. Get out of here, bro. Golden Truth. Yeah, that's how we feel about the Cruiserweight Championship. The one match I think people are going to collectively love, Joe, is I think Styles and McMahon are going to prove something. Honestly.
I hope so. Dude, I'm dying for it. I actually think they will.
Yeah.
As much as everyone criticizes and who's AJ Styles' opponent should be and whatever, the bottom line is Shane McMahon is crazy. He'll do something nuts probably. And AJ Styles settles for nothing less than perfect. So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to that match. I'm expecting to see something.
Oh, we might as well talk about that now. That was later down on the list, but I mean, Joe, how do you feel about the build for this Shane McMahon AJ Styles match? I mean, obviously everybody's in collective thought here that we all want AJ Styles in the main event, fighting for championships, against guys like Nakamura or someone with similar, style to AJ, not a Shane McMahon. But I mean, I've been telling people don't sleep on this match. But the thing is, it's a singles match,
right?
And we've seen a lot of what we should see in the match on SmackDown for free already. Shane already went through a table, diving off the top turnbuckle with an elbow drop. AJ threw Shane through a limousine window.
Right.
What are they going to do to take your breath away at WrestleMania? I mean, rumors got the construction for this show. Roller coasters being built. Shane's jumping off the fucking roller coaster.
Well, I'm thinking if the New Day comes down to the ring on the roller coaster to open the show, like everybody's talking about the New Day riding a roller coaster down to the ring. I hope that happens. And if it does, I hope Shane and AJ fight in the damn thing and it goes up and that'd be kind of interesting. That'd be kind of funny. I mean, I don't want it to get too hokey, I want to have a, hardcore type of match. Is there any stipulation to it? Do we even know?
There is no stipulation. I'm glad you brought that up. My pitched idea for this was instead of the tag team title match on Raw being a ladder match, which was just magically born in like a day out of nowhere, I honestly pitched the idea of Shane and AJ being a ladder match and Shane fighting for his SmackDown contract and losing. That would be a way to send him to Raw. McMahon would have an open roster spot, open funds. He brings up Nakamura. That would be a great way to make Nakamura the new face of SmackDown, and AJ goes to Raw.
But, this is stuff that you would think would have already been announced. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm just pitching ideas. That's how I would have booked it. I would have made that match a ladder match, and that would have been a perfect situation for both Styles and McMahon instead of putting just a regular singles match.
I mean, if
now we're looking at the fucking referee probably going down in some fuckery, and something's going to happen crazy.
Well, I mean, if you're interested in seeing that happen, it's like, well, dude, why didn't they add that stipulation? I mean, they should have added that already because now it's just going to be a clean wrestling match with these two. I just find it hard to believe that they wouldn't, want to add something to this. And a lot of other people have been talking about like, oh, it's just like WrestleMania 22. It's like Shawn Michaels and Vince McMahon's
But that
match.
was a great match. We talked about that on Out of Nowhere.
But you see, it was a great match, but Shane is like 18 to 20. He's 20 years younger than Vince was then. So, you know what I mean? There's a difference. Shane is in better shape right now than Vince was during that match, and that match was a hardcore match, I think, because they had the ladders, the
Shawn jumped
cans.
off that 40-foot ladder,
right,
and McMahon was buried in a trash can.
So, I mean, I would assume that it would be booked the same way, where it's like, you want to have that stipulation. I understand that Shane's younger, that he can, do a lot more in the ring, and maybe they're keeping it a traditional wrestling match, but you would think that this thing would go Falls Count Anywhere. But you know what? There's a lot of Falls Count Anywhere or hardcore match potential in a lot of these matches. We talked about this. Just because.
Yeah, but Joe, I think WWE is using that as a crutch, though. I feel WrestleMania, and I've said this so many times on my channel, it just feels emotionless and lifeless. It's like everything was just brought together in like the last 4 weeks, when WrestleMania truly is a culmination of WWE's year. And stuff should be ending, not starting at WrestleMania. It's like they got everything ass backwards. That's why I have such a hard time investing myself in WrestleMania. Everything is just born in the last 3 or 4 weeks, and the build is just very not what it should be.
Well, do you have emotion for Jericho and Owens?
That's the only build. That's the only match that's been built up over 8 months.
Okay, well there you go. There's one.
That's it.
What's the next one after that?
That's it.
Maybe so Undertaker Roman. It's like, well, that's the thing too. They never brought up the fact that he eliminated him from the Rumble.
I don't even know why they're fighting.
Well,
did the Undertaker have his bone stolen and Roman buried it in his backyard?
Well,
what's going on?
First it was you eliminated me, but then the next thing was my yard. So you figure at some point they would connect somehow. Like first of all, you eliminated.
Yeah, the Undertaker stepped on his bed of roses. Yeah, I got to fight you at WrestleMania now, bro.
Yeah, you want me to? Well, I don't know.
You shit in my backyard. You didn't pick up after yourself.
Well, I'm getting you off topic. Go back to where
we'll get there.
I'm just worried that the show's going to end and we're going to be like, well, we did half the matches, so at least half of them are done.
AJ or Shane, who wins?
AJ. I mean, you have to have AJ win. I mean, I get that he could lose and go somewhere else. And listen, 0-2 at WrestleMania. In the end, it doesn't matter. The wins and losses, sort of, but it just seems weird to say AJ Styles 0-2, lost to Jericho, lost to Shane.
Yeah,
Jericho lost to Fandango a couple years ago.
Look at Fandango now. He's auditioning for the Village People. We got AJ winning on my behalf as well. I don't see AJ losing, and AJ rumored to be in the world title hunt again after WrestleMania. Moving on here, we got Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton. My thoughts on this before I get Joe's opinion on it. I loved it on SmackDown for the first 6 months. They completely lost me in the last 3 weeks, and they dropped the ball with not having Luke Harper in this match. Luke Harper is the one that kept the glue together. They got rid of him, and I just don't care anymore.
Well, he could be showing up. That I think it's him and Rowan show up, and that's why I keep him away, secretly, whatever. Unless he's in the Rumble. I don't think he is, though.
He's not. No, he's not. He's not on the card at all.
When did it lose it for you? Like when he burnt the house down?
When Luke Harper was officially gone from this feud, and all thought of him being in a triple threat match with
the week
Orton and
after
Wyatt.
that.
Yeah, gone.
Like right after they burnt
it was lightning in a bottle, and WWE didn't capitalize on it. And the reason was many people thought that Luke Harper was not deserving of the opportunity, which is a crock of shit in my opinion.
No. I don't know. But he's got to be doing something. So, I really think you're going to see him, which is weird because every match kind of has this, like, what if this happens? And what if this outside thing
We
happens?
could see Sister Abigail just resurrect herself from the dead.
A lot of people are going to be disappointed because I feel like every year people want these kind of crazy things to happen, and then just the match happens, and then they're mad.
Yeah.
The rest of the internet fans get mad.
They just lost me on this whole feud, though. I can't see Bray Wyatt losing. It would be a mistake to take the title off him. He hasn't even had anything to do with the title yet, run-wise.
Yeah, I would almost forget he was the champion. I said this the other day, actually. I said
Maybe that's what they want.
Well, as much as we wanted him to have the belt for years, people wanted him to have the belt, do something with the belt. It almost feels like the belt's not even here. It really is not even a part of it to me. He's holding it, but it's more about the story.
Yeah.
The story is overshadowing the belt, which usually is good, but here I feel like he hasn't had it long enough for it to mean enough stuff.
You think of it that way. AJ put over Bray Wyatt. John Cena put over Bray Wyatt in a span of 48 hours. I can't see him losing to Randy Orton in the biggest match of his life.
Yeah, he shouldn't. And you know what? I even forgot about that. So,
there you
I don't know. But maybe that just tells you how dumb I am. I don't know.
I'm going with Bray Wyatt. Joe, you're going with Bray Wyatt, right?
Bray Wyatt, yeah.
All right. Goldberg and Brock Lesnar for the WWE Universal Championship. Not much we can say on this. I think we're all in collective thought here. Lesnar wins the championship, and whatever you do with him after that is anybody's guess.
Hey, what's up, James? That guy brought my WrestleMania sign to WrestleMania last year. It's a green sign. It's all over WrestleMania. Thank you, James, for the plug. JD, wait a minute, what'd you say?
Lesnar Goldberg. I'm sure you got Lesnar winning the WWE Universal Championship.
I think so, yeah. I mean, it's weird, too, because Goldberg just came out with these comments, I guess, that he's
miserable.
It's a miserable time, but he's doing it for his family. He's doing it for all those guys. And, he's happy about that, but he's going through a miserable training. I mean, he's like 50, so, yeah, I got to believe he does have appearances scheduled from what I understand. I mean, I'm talking 2 to 3 appearances. So, I think he's going to drop the belt, maybe have a rematch, and then maybe possibly be appearing against somebody else in a feud for one match.
WWE would like to get the Roman Reigns, and this John Cena's in there against Goldberg.
Well, here's my theory is he drops the belt, but then he gets to win his last match against somebody else.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, whoever he's going up against, he's going to win that match after he appears on Raw, wants to plug it, then has the match, then he's out after dropping the belt at Mania.
All right, Lesnar's winning the title. How would you book Brock Lesnar following WrestleMania, and who do you have him drop the title against? I talked about this on my channel. I'll let you go first because I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on it.
Well, I don't know how much further he's contracted for, but
WrestleMania 34 is his last date.
Well, man, I mean, you don't think you'd hold the belt for a year, do you? I don't want to see that. But
no.
I would definitely have him booked it for SummerSlam. I mean, I would have him go on the run to SummerSlam, and, maybe even Seth Rollins. Somebody's got to – see, the only thing is I'm worried about is if he's booked for Mania, they're going to protect him a little bit, I would think, before he gets to Mania. But he's got to pass the torch to somebody here because, these younger guys, somebody's going to win. Somebody's going to beat him. He's
not necessarily younger, but you know who he passes the torch to? Samoa Joe. Lesnar and Samoa Joe at SummerSlam 2017 in New York City. Joe wins the title in a match I think everybody in this room would love to see. It would be the most legit main event that WWE's put on, period.
It could be brutal.
It would be absolutely just awe-inspiring to see. Joe wins. Balor clearly deserves a rematch because he lost his championship. He had to relinquish it. I think Balor and Joe, you build Samoa Joe as a dominant champion from SummerSlam to WrestleMania. You have Balor challenge at WrestleMania, win the Royal Rumble. And you have Joe and Balor at WrestleMania with Balor winning the title back in a huge babyface moment.
I'm game for that. I like that.
There you go. That's what I think should happen with Brock Lesnar. Undertaker and Reigns, we already talked about it. Joe's going with Reigns. I'm going with The Undertaker just because I hate Roman Reigns. Everybody knows that listens to me. Roman Reigns doesn't deserve to be in the match. He should be in a match with Braun Strowman.
Wow.
That's what I think. I think The Undertaker is going to walk out on top in this one. I hope so. If not, I'm not going to be pissed. But the only way I would be okay with Reigns winning is if he turns 100% heel. It's like we seen on Monday Night Raw. I want to see that evil Roman come out where he just smiles at the crowd. Yeah, I'm main eventing WrestleMania again. Suck it. You know?
What if Taker won and everyone, the darkness and everyone's celebrating, and then Roman came back in and waffled him with a chair?
That's exactly what I want to see. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, that would be beautiful.
Heel.
I would love that. Yeah.
Turn heel. Rollins, Triple H. I think you and I can agree that Seth Rollins is going to win this match.
I think
with
so,
interference,
but I'm thinking that the interference might make it a no contest. See,
well, it's not sanctioned. There's no DQ.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know. Okay. All right. Well, then, yeah. Okay. Then I'll go with Seth via. Well, you know what though? Here's the discussion. Everybody,
I know what you're going to say.
I know because we both talked about this. We both believe this is going to happen. It's just which way is it going to go, right? If Samoa Joe shows up to attack Seth, and then Triple H and Seth, Triple H and Samoa Joe against Seth 2-on-1, and Finn Balor shows up. But is Finn Balor going to help Seth, or will Finn Balor be introduced into Triple H's stable?
See, that's where my dilemma comes from. I just booked Balor as a babyface, getting the championship back at WrestleMania 34. If Balor comes back and aligns himself with Rollins, why would he do that after Rollins was the one who put him out for 8 months? So I think Balor could turn heel, join Triple H, Owens, and Joe, form Evolution, and then my situation that I just talked about with Joe and Lesnar and Joe winning the title, you bring Styles over to Raw, have him be a babyface, and challenge Joe at WrestleMania next year. But Balor's a heel and joins Triple H.
Yeah, I mean, either way you do it is fine with me. I'd be surprised a little bit that he wasn't face, because I feel like they like him that way. But at the same time, you can't resist that type of turn at WrestleMania. It's going to be good. What does it say? Buzzsprout? We got Buzzsprout microphones. Are we supposed to plug somebody here?
We sound good. We sound good.
Who's putting this thing on, JD? We got to. I feel
Podcast Movement.
Podcast Movement.
Yeah.
Well, we got to thank Podcast Movement.
We got another 20 minutes. Let's run through this quick.
Sure.
Bayley, Charlotte, Sasha, Nia.
All right.
We're good. We're back. Some technical difficulties, as expected, with electrical equipment and computers.
And live at Wrestlecon 2017.
Happen, man. And it's nobody's fault. It's just it's the nature of the business.
It was a commercial break, JD.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about the women's championship match. Nia, Bayley, Charlotte, and Nia, Bayley, Charlotte, and Sasha Banks. There you go. I had a brain fart for a second. A match I think that should be on the pre-show because I don't think the build has been good at all. It's been downright awful. Monday Night Raw has treated the women like complete garbage, and that's just my opinion on that. Joe, I'm going with Sasha. Who do you got?
Yeah, we kept it real simple. I'm going with Sasha as well. You said heel sort of turn.
Sasha turning heel on Bayley, either at WrestleMania or Monday Night Raw.
You get a lot of heels, though, now because, again, it's Sasha, Charlotte.
Sasha, and the reason why, because I think they should rebuild and, again, give us a nice program like they did several years ago in NXT on the main roster.
You think Nia goes face then in a feud with Charlotte?
No, you had a good idea. I think I heard it from you, where if they bring up Asuka, they put her on Monday Night Raw because there's an overabundance of heels, and Asuka could be a good babyface.
All right, I love it. Yeah, if I came out with it, then yeah, I'll pat myself on the back. I don't remember.
I think I heard it from you. But moving on here, let's get through this. John Cena and Nikki Bella versus The Miz and Maurice in a match that nobody really expected to happen at WrestleMania. It's been built up over the last 4 weeks. It's actually feeling more important than anything else on the show.
It's one of the best builds that we got going on.
The Miz is amazing.
Dude, those segments that they were playing of the Miz TV or the lost episodes of Total Divas.
I'd rather watch that than the actual show.
Yeah, it was hilarious, dude. The Miz was great. The Miz has been killing it on the microphone, and people give a lot of crap to John Cena over the years, but with his mic skills and the Miz skills and the promos that they've set up, they've really set this thing up for a positive outcome. To be honest, this is going to be great.
I think The Miz and Maurice are actually going to go over, and the reason why I think that is because it's rumored that John Cena is going to take another hiatus. He's going to go back to Hollywood, film a few movies.
Right.
I think he should do the thing and put Miz over. I think The Miz deserves it. He's created a completely new brand for himself on SmackDown. He's probably the best heel in the WWE right now. I think Cena and Nikki lose, and the rumor of them getting engaged, I think that's going to happen on Sunday night.
Hey, it's really possible.
Because it's been a big talking point with this feud.
Yeah, it's really possible The Miz and Maurice even win And then as they're walking back on the ramp, John grabs the mic and he could propose. And,
yeah, I think that's what's going to happen.
And the Miz and Maurice are just furious that even though they won, they're getting this happy moment in the ring. I think that would be kind of perfect in a way. So
yeah, I totally agree with that. Something that Joe and I have been very, very annoyed by. Where was the Intercontinental Championship on the Go Home Show of SmackDown? It was on WWE.com.
Unbelievable. It's almost unbelievable. I didn't even realize
the second biggest championship in that company, not even on the Go Home Show. How pathetic is that?
And if they're moving the SmackDown Women's match to the main event, what if they move the IC belt to the pre-show? I mean, what is going on? I would
not be surprised.
How does the Intercontinental Championship, with all the lineage, with all the history, with everything they should be doing, not have any kind of segment whatsoever on the last show, the go-home show of SmackDown? Now, did you see, was Ambrose on SmackDown the week before? Because I was
he came out on the crane. He came out on the crane, but the build-up to that was decent. I'm like, these guys are going to put on a good match. Maybe a street fight, reminiscent of Piper and Goldust back at WrestleMania.
It's dwindling. It's
gotten worse, and now it's nothing but, no, you shut up, bro. You shut up.
They're just turning the remote off on him. It's ridiculous. Oh, my God, Stone Cold Steve Austin's walking by. God damn it, Joe, it's good to see you at Wrestlecon 2017. Look, Roddy Piper. Look, he's got a damn fanny pack. Look at all these wrestling fans. Wow, Stone Cold Steve Austin, I can't believe you guys came here. Oh, my God, good to see you. Oh, my God, JD, can you believe that Stone Cold is here?
I am in awe right now.
My God.
I am in awe.
Unbelievable that Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold, where are you going? To grab a damn beer, son.
Steve, Ambrose or Corbin? Who you got?
I have to go with that big son of a bitch with the tattoos.
All right, Steve, that sounds good to me.
I got you,
Thank you, Stone Cold, for coming by.
I got you, bro. I got Corbin, too. I'm making a bold prediction right now for everybody at WrestleCon. Corbin wins the IC title, wins Money in the Bank, and goes on to win the WWE Championship, holding both titles at the same time this year. First time since Ultimate Warrior. That is my fucking prediction.
Wow. Whoa.
That is my prediction.
I don't know about that, but that sounds wild.
Got to take a chance, bro.
Right.
Gallows and Anderson versus Enzo and Cass versus Cesaro and Sheamus. Three-way ladder match for the Raw Tag Team titles. You got, Joe.
Enzo and Cass have to win the titles here. Let's make them win.
Gallows and Anderson, what happened to you guys, bro? Losing to Roman Reigns 2-on-1 on Monday Night Raw. They treated them like garbage. Gallows and Anderson should have been World Tag Team Champions before this. They should have been the ones to beat the New Day, but you gave them the titles too soon, and now nobody cares about them. Now they're going to lose the titles and nothing but transitional champions for Enzo and Cass. Do we see Matt and Jeff Hardy tomorrow on Sunday night at WrestleMania?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't been paying attention to a lot of the rumors recently. I got to give it to those guys. They've kept everyone guessing so much. The rumors are flying off the handle. Someone earlier saying they were, out till summer, that they said, but that could be something they said. I don't believe at all. I would love to see it. I mean, you talk about people freaking out and marking out and just exploding. If they were at Raw, that place will explode. But will we see the current gimmick?
Yes.
Or will we see the old Hardys?
I think so. We'll see the current gimmick. I think you save them for Raw. It's going to be a very, very special reaction. I think it's going to be overshadowed at WrestleMania. So I say we see the Hardys on Monday. Yeah. Enzo and Cass win the titles on Sunday.
Let's go ask him. Matt's over there with Jeff.
Might as well. I'll be visiting him in a second. I want to read the leader again.
We got to go say hi to Matt again. Matt Hardy has treated us unbelievably good, and
we are loyal soldiers in his great war.
We will do anything he says. I'll delete anybody here for Matt.
Finally, guys, before we get out of here, Alexa Bliss.
JD, I think when we had our technical difficulty, we might have missed the Jericho Owens predictions.
Who do you got?
It happened after the women. I had Chris Jericho, and you went the other way.
I'm going Kevin Owens. Jericho is taking a leave of absence to go record
Absolutely,
Fozzy.
One of the best. Look, Al Snow just walked by. What's
there
up, Al?
Al Snow, what's up, bro?
Hey, man, good to see you. Absolutely awesome. Look at that! Look at that shirt. Wrestling Academy, Al Snow's Wrestling Academy. Listen, if you want to get trained the right way, you got to check out Al Snow's Wrestling Academy.
There you go.
It really is awesome, dude. Check it out on YouTube.
This is awesome.
Plugging everybody.
Yeah, Kevin Owens wins the United States Championship at WrestleMania. Fozzy has the new album coming out. Jericho's going to be gone. He'll be back this summer. Alexa Bliss fighting all of SmackDown Live's active roster. Naomi was the latest name to include herself. You know my thoughts on this, Joe. Naomi should have never won the title at Chamber. If she was never in that match, she would have never got hurt. Alexa should have been the champion going into WrestleMania. Only one reign. Naomi should have won it one-on-one. Naomi will win it at WrestleMania in that six-pack challenge.
I believe the same thing. I absolutely. If anybody comes back or whatever, it's a smoke screen in a way. It's a happy moment. But yeah, Naomi's going to win this thing at WrestleMania in her hometown of Orlando. So, yeah, love it.
WrestleMania is on Sunday. Me and Joe will be doing live reviews. Joe will have his live review, which is going to do unbelievably well on his channel, Joe Cronin Show on YouTube.com. I am JD from Off the Script. I will have a live review Sunday night, probably around 12:30, 1 a.m. in the morning. My complete thoughts on WrestleMania if I'm able to come out of my drunken state.
Well, let's not forget the internet darlings, too. We got to be alive for that
darlings.
tomorrow.
Brian Zane's walking around here somewhere.
Brim's
from
Toy Show, What
Wrestling
Culture?
With Regret. We'll be on stage with Adam, how do you say his last name? Blumpe?
Oh, Adam. I just call him Adam Boopy.
Adam B.
Adam
B.
from the UK.
What Culture?
Blumpier.
What Culture?
Adam Blumpier.
Blumpier, yeah. We'll be with those guys, and this is just an unbelievable experience. Fans walking by, Al Snow walking by. We
this
got
is pretty
Cabana
cool.
right across. Unbelievable. But I am JD from Off the Script with my partner, Joe Cronin Show, Joe Cronin Show on YouTube.com. And we are getting out of here, man. WrestleCon 2017. Joe, any last words?
Yeah, I can't wait to walk around and party some more here at Wrestlecon 2017.
And go show some love to Pro Wrestling Tees, man. They are awesome. They have been a huge help on my channel, and you can get my merchandise on barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. Joe's got T-shirts on Pro Wrestling Tees as well.
Well, JD, you're gonna see all the photos that we upload, like on Twitter. We're probably gonna make a bank for it. The videos, the storage, the vlog, and yeah, you'll see Pro Wrestling Tees right across from us. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So check us out. And hey, shout out to my buddy. Can I make a quick plug?
Yeah,
Let's
absolutely.
TK Orion, man. TK Orion, my buddy TK Orion got badly injured, dude, at Ring of Honor recently. I mean, this guy went through hell, I heard, in Vegas. So if you can pick up a TK Orion shirt, dude, go check it out. It's TK broke my leg, I believe, or I broke TK's leg. Go buy a TK Orion shirt from Pro Wrestling Tees and check out the deals.
There you go. We're out of here, guys. JD from Off the Script, Joe Cronin from The Joe Cronin Show. Thank you all. WrestleCon 2017. We're out of here, man. Thank you all.
Bye-bye.